You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Bmore Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? It's me, Lady T, and this is Bmore Lifestyle, live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. All right, today, meteorologist Justin Chambers is here with us, along with our very own Tara Reeves and Angie Barnett with the Better Business Bureau. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday Eve. Let me tell you right now. All right. Actor Matthew McConaughey hasn't worn deodorant in decades. He says the women in his life told him he smells like a man. He smells like him. His former co-star Yvette Nicole Brown said he smelled like granola and good living. I could just smell him all day. But I do want to say, side note, I do want to say though, okay, even if you don't get vaccinated, we all need to be wearing deodorant, okay? I don't care who you are, a little something, you need to freshen up because that's nasty. So decades with no deodorant. I got to toss to the only male in our group right now, JC. Do you wear deodorant? Are you making sure you're fresh and so clean?
Every day.
Okay.
Every day. Sometimes twice a day. And sometimes you got to do a little rub down where, you know, like if I go home, I take a nap, and maybe I walk the dog, and then I get up, I'm like, I don't want to shower, let's go to dinner.
There you go.
You put brand new one on. You put brand new stuff on. You wipe it down.
You do a little
lefty
righty real quick. Lefty righty. You got to get under there, right?
That's
See?
right.
Okay, Angie. This is kind of shocking to hear about Mr. McConaughey. What do you think?
It is, and I may look at him in a totally different way in the future. But I have to say, I've worked with people who had that didn't use deodorant smell. I remember going to school with people. It can be distracting in the workplace. It's when it's everyday people. I really think we have an obligation to kind of think about how we smell as much as how we look.
Yeah,
so
and who you're gonna be around. Who else is gonna be sniffing you today? Tara, like, are you concerned about other people sniffing you? Do you do the all natural deodorant? What are you doing, sis?
I think I'm gonna shock everyone when I say I don't wear deodorant,
Oh.
but it's for different
Well, thank God
reasons.
you're over there. Thank God you were thousands of miles away.
So I had this treatment where I played basketball in college, so I was constantly shaving my underarm hairs, and then they would get ingrown. And so I had what's called electrolysis, and they singe your sweat gland and the hair follicle. So I've never had any complaints. I don't sweat that much.
You ain't never had no complaints. She's like, whoever I'm laying next to at night, there's no complaints out here.
We just got deep with Tara. We just got really deep.
We just got deep. No, we all up in her glands right now. This is a major tea. That's breaking news tea right now. Somebody in our group does not wear deodorant. Oh my gosh, Tara. Well, okay. Well, now we want you all to tell it. How long have you gone without deodorant? Vote now on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on that lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we're going to see what everybody thinks. And a woman on a date receives a note from a stranger. Take a look at this. It says, too many red flags, run, be safe, girl. Twitter user Hadia S posted this picture about 3 days ago. She says when her date went to the bathroom, someone passed her a note on the back of a CVS receipt, which is proper because them receipts are so long. Hadia did stay for the rest of the date, but didn't set up a second date. I'd say good looking out. That's a big deal. I love this. Tara, have you ever had this happen to you?
Never had it happen to me, but I can see where someone would pick up on those signals, and maybe you, as the person on the date, are just so excited to be on the date, they just all the red flags, you don't even see them. So good for the bystander.
This is a big deal because when you're out on those dates, just to have someone to text you and say, look, run now. Like, this is a big deal. Angie, what do you think, girl?
Two mixed feelings. One, even when I have used the dating apps, I made sure I was in a place where I sat close to the bartender, or sat close to people. So they, that protection, that's important. On the other side, it was more about his opinions and some of the things that he was sharing in the conversation. And I don't want to lose a potential just because they have opposing views. I'm more about signs of domestic violence, that sort of thing.
Yes.
In this case, there seems to be, maybe those that followed this particular individual that he was sharing about, they may have suffered as a consequence. So I'm on both sides of the fence.
You're on both
one.
sides? What, Angie? Okay, JC, give us some wisdom. What do you think about this?
I mean, look, if you're going to be out and about and you're going to have a nice date or whatever, and somebody passes you that and gives you the intel or whatever, I mean, you can take it for what it's worth. And like Angie said, I mean, you can do with that information what you want. It's nice that people are looking at, human nature. We try to all take care of each other, right?
Yes.
So if I don't know if it was a thing where that person knew that person from some other relation, be like, you better run far, or was it just like were they eavesdropping and like they heard something when they went to the bathroom? So either way, I mean, it's good that you're looking out, but at the same time, mind your business. Mind your business.
I'm on my date, But you know what? It's good looking out. At least they were looking for the safety of that person. I love that. All right, thank you guys. All right, Garth Brooks cancels his upcoming concerts, including the one in Baltimore. Still ahead in Spilling the Tea. What happens now if you bought a ticket? And get your fill by ordering lots of plates. Next, Bmore Lifestyle is taking you on a Bmore Eats and Drinks to tapas. Try some tapas.
This Bmore Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Baltimore Spirits Company.
Hey Baltimore, welcome to Bmore Eats and Drinks, sponsored by Baltimore Spirits Company. I'm Helman Karzai here at Tapas Teatro in Station North, and we introduced Baltimore to Spanish tapas style of dining over 20 years ago. Tapas are a Spanish small plate style of eating. You can order as little or as much as you want, and it's usually accompanied by a variety of different beverages as well. One of our signature dishes here at Tapas Teatro is seared scallops with serrano ham and a saffron wine sauce. The reason why we decided to do a tapas style of dining here is we're connected to the Charles Theater. That allows guests to have as little or as much of a dining experience as they'd like. If they just want to have a little bit before catching a movie or have a nice relaxed meal after a movie, it's a perfect style of eating for both. You can also take your drinks from our bar into any of the movies at the Charles Theater. Now that you know what to order and how to eat, let me introduce you to our great bartender, Em, who's going to show you how to make a cocktail.
Hi everyone, my name is Em. I'm going to be making a Remoquito today. It's actually pretty convenient because gin is the most popular spirit in Spain. So, we're going to start with 2 sugar cubes. Kind of just do it to taste, whatever your preferences. I like 2 lemons in there. Also going to take some fresh rosemary as well. And I'm just going to muddle all of that together. And then I'm going to add 2 ounces of Baltimore Shot Tower gin. And then we're also going to add 1.5 ounces of this dry sherry. And what's really nice about this is actually it gives a lot of like oxidized nutty flavor to it. It's also the driest wine as well. All that together, I'm just going to top it with some ice. I'm strain it a little bit just so we don't get the chunks of rosemary in there. And then I'm going to top it with some soda water. And this drink is super refreshing and really good in the summertime. It's actually a really popular drink in Sevilla in Spain. And then just to make it look nice,
We're at 1711 North Charles Street in Station North. We're connected to the Charles Theater. Come on down, have a drink, have some tapas, go see a movie.
Make sure your kids are up to date on their vaccinations before the first day of school. Still ahead, the important information for parents as the school year gets closer. And Facebook is making moves to protect the singer Lizzo. Next, the harsh comments made towards that Grammy winner. Welcome back. It's Thursday. It's Tea Spilling Thursday, so we're spilling the tea. We're starting off with a Garth Brooks update. So he canceled the next 5 cities on his concert tour, including the concert planned for right here in Baltimore. He says he was wrong about COVID being done. Now, for ticket holders, no action is required to obtain a refund. Ticketmaster will issue a refund to the original method of payment used at the time of purchase. So it looks like him, his 10-gallon hat, and all those things are staying home. Yeah. Angie Barnett with the Better Business Bureau is back here with us. Angie, I feel like the best thing for him to do at this time, the business savvy thing for him to do is a virtual concert. Don't cancel the whole thing. Just make it virtual. What do you think?
I do, because they've done that the last year, so many artists, and it really increased their following. Mm-hmm. They had more people were exposed to their music because it was virtual.
Yeah.
And, so I think that would be a really great thing to do. On the other hand, I agree from a business sense that deferring any responsibility for being one of those spreader events, and once their name, their reputation affiliated with that. And then on the other hand, we're all craving this, that, so many people are willing to do. I'm faced with the same decision. Do I want to go to a concert? Mm-hmm.
And this blew up on social media. People were so upset. And I mean, it's just, hopefully he changes his mind, does a virtual concert, and he can still make that money, okay? All right, let's move on to our next Spill in the Tea topic. Facebook is removing hateful comments directed towards Lizzo from its social media platforms. So some trolls are even getting their accounts removed. TMZ initially reported that Lizzo broke down on video over the weekend, crying over being the subject of fat shaming and racist comments. And sources say they're removing accounts of users who continue breaking those community guidelines surrounded by hate speech and harassment and bullying. In other news, Angie Barnett, I'm willing to throw hands at anybody and fight anybody who says another negative thing about my girl Lizzo. I love her. I love her. I love her confidence. I love how she shines no matter what. And, I love her new song with Cardi B, and this is what all started all of this. Now, what do you think about this?
Oh, I'm just 3 cheers for Facebook for doing this. And, to bullies they're just, social media gives them such a platform. So yay for that. And then the humility that she demonstrated of the real, you felt her pain.
I felt it. I was like crying with her. I
felt it.
Oh my gosh.
It was so genuine, so authentic. Yeah. And that's what we all need to know.
Exactly.
Is we forget people are humans.
Okay, exactly. People are humans. And we need to treat her as such. Well, thank you so much for spilling the tea with me today. Y'all know what to do. Y'all better go sip on all that tea. Thanks, Angie. All right, now on to your best weather in America. A nicer start to the morning here and in Iowa. Meteorologist Justin Chambers is showing off a picture from that area. Hey, JC.
Hey, what's up, Lady T? We're talking about some beautiful shots here, kind of the panoramic or the 180-degree view in Iowa City this morning. As you can see, a beautiful sunrise over this area, taking it full screen for you. Look at that. Look at all that corn. Look at all that green stuff and that gorgeous sun that is coming up. We're getting into late August, summertime starting to wind down, and we've got fall right around the corner. And eventually I'll get Lady T to try a pumpkin spice latte. That's what I want her to do, to be able to see just how good they are. And also because it's fall and it's everything about fall that we love so much. At least that I do. Our Towson camera right now looking out over the town, and we are seeing some warm conditions right now. Lots of sunshine that's out there, and temperatures right in the upper 80s. West wind about 9 to 15 miles an hour, and that dew point straight up at 70 degrees. So it is still muggy out there for sure. Weather story, drier and warmer for you Thursday. We are going to see some showers late tonight into Friday morning, and then we do have a warm weekend ahead. Golfers out there hitting the links on our forecast. Man, I tell you, it's a little steamy out there, but temperatures in the lower 90s, dry conditions for the afternoon, and we're getting excited for that BMW championship coming up now, a week from from today is when round 1 starts. But next week, we're going to be out there live and bringing you all the great coverage from Caves Valley. Upper 80s and lower 90s for Westminster and Cockeysville and the Bel Air today. 90 in Baltimore City for your high, which is, again, above average. And highs up and down the East Coast. Upper 80s and lower 90s from New York and Philly down through Baltimore and D.C. 92 in Richmond, Virginia for your high this afternoon. So here's a look at our future scan, taking you through 5 o'clock. Again, staying mainly dry with no real issues. It's going to be overnight, so a lot of this happens when we're sleeping in the 3-4 o'clock hour tomorrow morning. We'll track a few more of those showers late Friday morning into about 8-9 a.m. And then as we get into tomorrow afternoon, those showers will start to move out of here. Saturday does bring a chance for at least a couple of pop-up and shower. That's our weather person. She's got to wrap up. Look, you can't even see her because she's thank you very much for that. She just told me to wrap. All right. So our future scan looking like this, couple of pop-up showers and storms popping in on Saturday. Man, that weather person just gets around, our little weather friend. 90 today, 85 tomorrow, upper 80s on Saturday. Again, rain showers coming tomorrow morning. And then notice on our 10-day forecast, those numbers start to heat up by next week.
This segment is sponsored by GBMC Healthcare.
Challenge kids again in unexpected ways. Joining us to talk about these challenges and what steps you can take for your kids is board-certified family nurse practitioner Kelsey Terronez. Welcome to the show, Kelsey.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
All right, look, can you tell us why is it important for parents to keep their infant and child vaccines on schedule when returning to school?
It's super important. So there's something called herd immunity, and herd immunity is when there is a group of people, and imagine a shield. So back in, the times when everybody had their swords and their shields, and there was the front line of, if you can imagine, the Grecian times. And so when people would go up to battle, it would be the first line defense. So when there are more people in the community that are vaccinated, we have more people as our frontline defense for people who in the back that cannot get their shots. Those are your immunocompromised. Those are your children that had, say, an allergic reaction to a vaccine. So we want more people in the front to repel those nasty germs, to take the brunt, essentially, if you will, and repel those germs away from the people in the back to afford them that first line of protection.
Okay, now why is it important to follow the recommended schedule? Why should parents not deviate from it?
So ideally, we don't want people to deviate because we, again, don't want more people in the back than the front of the line.
Okay.
The CDC has done a lot of research, and this has been years and years and years of culminated research in the vaccination schedule. A lot of the vaccines that are on the schedule now are in the schedule the way they are because we know that a lot of the babies can get ear infections. Polio is now eradicated in the U.S. Because it is one of the first vaccinations that we give to babies. So there's a method to the madness, if you will.
Okay. So with many school systems tentatively making masks a requirement, even for vaccinated students, can you go over the other coronavirus precautions that should be taken?
So social distancing, I know it's a little challenging because our schools are in some areas a little more densely populated than others. So social distancing, hand washing, and really those masks are a huge, important factor that are absolutely necessary. I'm actually going to sit down with my 7-year-old. He's going into 2nd grade, and we're going to have a conversation with him and, really chat with him and be like, these are the risks, these are the benefits, and really just hone in that, we need to wash our hands, we need to wear the mask.
Right.
Some counties are a little different. Some are saying you don't need the mask, some are saying you do. But I really, really strongly recommend having your children go back with the masks because unfortunately the vaccine at this time is only approved for children age 12 and up.
Right, and those are very, very particular precautions that people do need to take. Kelsey, thank you so much for that information. Matthew McConaughey isn't a fan of deodorant. How long have you ever gone without using it? Vote now on our Fox Baltimore website.